Are you learning oriented? No, you're not. You know, being learning oriented at the ultimate learning oriented way of being in the world is actually to do the things that you strongly dislike. Because oftentimes what you dislike and what you're uncomfortable with, it's not something that you want to do. It's not something that you master. Like most often, it's something that you're bad at or that you feel you're bad at. Or it can be kind of linked to what people like to call trauma. That, you're afraid of things, and it's linked to things that happened in the past. So most people would try to avoid doing the things that will make feelings that remind them of uncomfortable things that happened in the past. They'll try to avoid doing things that make those feelings come up. And if you're also kind of bad at doing certain things, like for me, screwing a screw into the wall, it can take like 1 month before I'm actually doing it, because it's not linked to pleasure for me. It's linked to pain. And as a divorced person, I never tried to do those things because I had one in my house that always fixed those things. And now it's me and the wall and the hammer, the screwdriver or whatever. And being a not learning oriented person, it takes extremely long before I actually get down to doing the stuff. But if I actually succeed in doing it, then I'm so proud. Like now I have screwed these screws into the wall for hanging up jackets and stuff. And I did it. It was fantastic. But another thing that I'm afraid of is like public speaking and talking on video like this. Like I would say that I've improved because I've done so many uncomfortable things to be able to actually talk into a camera. Like I am also very afraid of speaking in front of people, being interviewed on the radio, for example, or on TV. I'm just becoming super awkward the minute I'm in front of a camera. And I if you don't believe me, I just want to edit in some of the videos that I did in the beginning, because you can see how much I suffer, and I'm super awkward. Like now, I'm not that awkward, I think. So, but one thing is also that we are afraid of different things. Even though many people are afraid of public speaking, there are other people are afraid of things that I'm not afraid of at all. So, you have to actually identify what you're afraid of and be honest about it, because that's what you need to do something about. And the honesty is key, because if you don't do that, you'll just have a smaller and smaller leeway. Like there are less and less things you can do. I'm like, okay, I will try to be an entrepreneur as long as I don't have to speak in public, or as long as I don't have to be on camera. It limits your possibilities. And it's the exact thing that you're afraid of that limits you the most. So, I went to the stand-up course. Nobody laughed when I was up on stage. It hurt. It was horrible. But it was less horrible than I initially thought it would be. Not that I'm ever going to be a stand-up star. That's not gonna happen. I think I'm not that funny. But yeah, what else did I do? Talking on camera, putting it out on the internet. Yeah, so yeah, I know you. You are actually not doing what you're afraid of because you prefer being comfortable. Yeah, I think you do. Just message me and just tell me, what is it that you're afraid of? And if you wanted to, like if you were brave enough, how would you deal with it? So message me. Bye. Happy Sunday. This is the Warrior Goddess speaking, and I will share with you some words of wisdom today. First off, do you have what you really want in life? Do you really have what you want in life? But you can, It's up to you. As for me personally, I never had much aspirations in life. The only thing I wanted was, a normal job in the public administration, and I really wanted a family, and I actually got that, I got what I set out to get, and I'm really grateful about my family and my children. As for the job, I just, like what I said, told the universe is like, I just want a normal job. And when it came down to it, working these, shitty jobs, or at least jobs that I weren't passionate about, it never worked because I constantly got in trouble after a while. And the reason for that is that when you're not passionate about something, it communicates out. Your energy is just out there telling people that you don't give a fuck about this. And, with time, when my children grew older and all my children were in school, I finally landed a job in contract research, which was what I always wanted. I think that my brain finally allowed me to focus on something that I wanted to, because my brain, in my brain's opinion, it was not possible to combine making the effort to try to succeed in research and tending to the family. So, when that's, the way you think of the world, that's the way it's gonna be. So, but then, when the children got older, my brain changed its mind and said, okay, you can pursue a career in research. And now I have a PhD, and I did a postdoctorate also. So I just want to ask you, what is it that your brain is telling you that you cannot do? It's important that you identify that and see if this is valid, because it's stopping you from doing what you really want. And it's, all the other things, all the other problems that you have may be caused by this one thing, So finally now I feel I'm on a new path. I want something else now. Can you guess what that is? If you have an idea what that might be, please write what you think that would be below in the comment section, and also share what you think that you might be wanting to do deep down, that you could do if nothing was stopping you, and we can have a discussion. So I would also like you to subscribe because I would very much like to connect with people that want to discuss these things. Yes, thank you and goodbye.